Zeus the Cat and the Haunted House. Once upon a time, in a cozy neighbourhood, there lived a curious cat named Zeus. With his fluffy white fur and bright green eyes, Zeus was known for his adventurous spirit. One sunny afternoon, while lounging on his favourite windowsill, Zeus overheard some neighbourhood cats gossiping about a haunted house at the edge of their street. "They say it's filled with ghosts," whispered one cat, shivering dramatically. "But what if there are treasures inside?" chimed in another, eyes sparkling with excitement. Zeus's heart raced with curiosity. "I have to find out the truth," he declared. But he knew he couldn't go alone. He quickly thought of his friends, Lucy, the timid rabbit, and Daniel, the brave dog. Zeus bounded over to Lucy's cozy burrow. "Lucy, you've got to join me. Let's explore the haunted house." Lucy's ears perked up, but her eyes widened with fear. "Haunted? What if there are real ghosts?" she trembled. "Don't worry, I'll protect you," Zeus reassured her. "And besides, Daniel's coming too." With a bit of encouragement, Lucy agreed. Next, they found Daniel, who was busy chasing his tail in the yard. When Zeus told him about the haunted house, Daniel wagged his tail with excitement. "Count me in! I've faced scarier things than ghosts!" Together, the trio made their way to the edge of the neighbourhood where the old house stood. Its peeling paint and overgrown weeds gave it an eerie look. Zeus felt a flutter of nerves, but remembered that he was the leader. As they approached, Lucy whispered, "What if there are real ghosts?" "Remember, Lucy," Daniel said, "God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind." 2 Timothy 1:7. Zeus nodded. "Exactly. Let's stick together and find out what's really in there." The front door creaked open as they pushed it, revealing a dark, dusty hallway. Inside, they encountered old furniture covered in sheets, cobwebs hanging from the corners, and mysterious shadows that danced in the dim light. "Look! Treasures!" Zeus exclaimed. His curiosity overcoming his fear, he bounded over to an old trunk and opened it to reveal forgotten toys, shiny marbles, and even a dusty old book. Meanwhile, Lucy was still shaking, her ears flopping down. "I wish I was brave like you, Daniel," she whispered. Daniel looked at her and said, "But you are brave, Lucy. You're here, aren't you? And your carefulness helps keep us safe." As they continued exploring, they stumbled upon a tall bookshelf. Zeus noticed something unusual, a small door hidden behind it. "Let's see what's behind this," he said, his excitement bubbling over. With a little teamwork, they pushed the bookshelf aside and opened the door. Inside, they found a small dusty room filled with old photographs and papers. One photo caught Zeus's eye. It was a picture of a fluffy cat that looked just like him. "Hey, that's me," he exclaimed. Then he looked closer. "Wait a minute. This is my relative. My great-aunt used to live here." Lucy's eyes widened, and Daniel jumped up with excitement. "See? This house isn't haunted at all. It's filled with stories of your family." They spent the afternoon uncovering more treasures, old toys, photographs, and tales of the past. Zeus learned that his great-aunt had loved adventures just like him. As they left the house, Lucy felt proud. "I was scared at first, but I'm glad we came." Zeus smiled and said, "We all have our strengths and weaknesses, but when we work together, we can face our fears." Daniel nodded in agreement. "And sometimes, the things we fear are just our imaginations." As they walked home, the sun setting behind them, Zeus, Lucy, and Daniel realized that true bravery is not the absence of fear, but facing it together with friends. And from that day on, they knew that with each other's strengths, they could explore any mystery that came their way, knowing that God was with them every step of the journey. "For I know the plans I have for you," says the Lord. "Plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." Jeremiah 29:11. And so, the adventures of Zeus the cat and his friends continued, filled with laughter, courage, and a whole lot of fun. The end. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe to hear more stories in the future.